Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a review. Well, technically it's a build comparison, equipment build comparison for both the cheaper side and the more expensive side in terms of items for a crit paladin. I Because of the free reset that was given to us as a server, I decided to switch my build to a crit build. So I'm showing you the cheaper version. So 91 strength. My plan is 90 strength, 90 IG, 60 luck. To start off, we have a pollution snake head hat, which has the dark Pingikula card. I don't know how to pronounce it. Attack plus 10. Very important. Um, Sigrun's wings, of course, you get +1 attack speed. Then you have the hygienic mask. This was given to us when the start of ECQ or extended community quarantine. You need attack +5 to increase your damage. Of course, we're going to for the panty undershirt set because budget milon tayo. So Venato card adds 1 luck for every 18 points of base agi. So I have 19 agi, which means I get 5 luck. That's good. Next, of course, the undershirt, which has the Buffo Junior card, agi +3 and crit rate +1. So it's always a go-to for me ever since naginamit ko to kay Cloud. It's been with me ever since, and I'm still using it. Um, Next, of course, the Crescent Sight, 180 attack, very good. And if you scroll down, it has +10 hit because 1 dex lang tayo, and of course that 30 crit, which we need. Then of course Greaves. Actually, any boots will do, but Greaves, I used Greaves because pwede sa Paladin. And Mati card, IG +1, max HP +10%. I'd rather have um, one less agi and get 10% more HP compared to magamit ng Male Thief Bug card. And the Brooch. The long brooch with agi +1, and of course kobold cards, strength +1, crit +4%. So it's this one is very important because kailangan mo patasin yung crit mo, as well as Spear Quicken, which gives it doesn't show here on the description, but Spear Quicken actually gives you a certain amount of crit um, when you activate it. So right now, problema natin is yung Holy Cross because Holy Cross misses because I only have one dex. So it misses sometimes, but not all the time. But when it misses, sayang yung SP kasi wala tayong int. So basically, I'll show you mag AB muna tayo. So 186 right now with Spear Cooking, and then 190. Actually, 189 lang kasi I'm doing this without the 3-year ring. Kasi eventually mawawala din yun eh, di ba? So, I am going to saan pa ba tayo magpapalevel kung di sa pinakamakunat na na map kundi sa stalactite golems, di ba? This is the best way to test it because dyan mo makita kung ano talaga kalaki yung damage mo in terms of crit, and then you can adjust it within that. So if you see yung crit natin is 582 per attack, which is not bad, but of course because of the items that we have, medyo tamang-tama lang talaga siya. The double attack will the uy, elu. That's good. Um, Tama-tama lang talaga yung damage. Um, Especially sa makunat na stalactite golems. So as you can see, you have bigger damage with other mobs. Sa style lang talaga, maliit yung damage because it's not, it has higher defense, and at the same time, um, you know, yung gamit natin is not as high end, but it's enough to actually let us level. To get to at least 189 attack speed. For most people, it's hard for them to get to that point. For 189, it's already good with the equipment build that we have, and most of it is relatively affordable, especially nowadays, diba? The only concern lang nakin um, for the build is because wala akong vit. Binuhos ko lahat yung ano sa. I mean, it's a fun build. I like crit. That's the reason why binenta ko yung yung bolter package because it wasn't I was going to buy yung Meta Angel para kay Seeker, and then eventually I decided na mag-crit build sa kay Cloudchaser. So the only problem I have with him is wala siyang Vit, which poses a problem. For example, mas stun ka ng um, Stada. So wala, it will not help reduce the duration of the stun. If you notice yung Holy Cross niya hasn't missed yet. Pero yung Holy Cross, it's like 4K, 339, 4K. It's not that bad. Pero uy, another Elu. Sarap. Um, it relatively eats up a lot of SP. SP that we don't have because wala tayong int. So, yun lang talaga yung downside ng build na to. But then again, it's a tamad build. Kung tamad ka, this is a good build for you because if you don't want to, if ayaw mo mag-skill, then, pwede ka lang mag hampas-hampas, crit-crit, di ba? And the most important part for me for this build is the fact that you can either use this for farming, you can use this for leveling. It's relatively a lot easier. There's not much to do, just like a blitzer, pero medyo mas makunat siya. Tapos medyo mas may damage siya in terms of like you know compared if you compare the budget items for a blitzer and the budget items for a paladin at this point in time. So yeah, that's it for our um, budget build for the paladin. Next, we are going to move on to the more expensive build, high-end build. So guys, this time we are showing you the more expensive build or more expensive item build for the Great Paladin. So stays the same: Pollution Snakehead Hat, Dark P card with attack plus 10, Sigrun's Wings, attack speed plus 1, Hygienic Mask, yung attack plus 5, kailangan natin. And obviously you can switch it to maybe a Gangster Scarf if nag-expire na. Meteor Plate Armor. The reason I like this because of the 30% tolerance to stun and freeze. Because wala tayong Vit. So that is very important. And High Defense plus 5, may attack plus 5 yung Porcello card. So, gives you more attack if you notice. It's 145 plus 336. I'll show you the rest of the items kung saan nagbibigay ng attack. Of course, Slicing, Crescent Sight. Still the same, but yung difference is plus 7 and the paper card, which is 20% more damage with critical attack and drain 1 SP every time you attack. So, because of the high attack speed, medyo naubos yung SP natin, pero doesn't matter. You can still supplement it with Siege blue pots or whatnot. Plus 9 Night Raven Shawl. So medyo mahaba. So attack speed plus 1, crit plus 2, crit attack percent damage by 2%. If plus 5, may attack plus 15. If plus 7, crit plus 3, and then additional damage by 3%. And if na plus 9 mo, it's additional crit plus 5 and additional damage by 5%. Hindi ko pa na plus 10. I'm not sure if I want to go that route. Medyo mahal. And for now, ilagay ako ng Buffo Junior card just to hit 190 attack speed because medyo na konti yung agi natin because we concentrated more on the crit side and the damage side. Plus 9 black leather boots. So it's agi plus 1 initially. Pag nabutasan mo, tapos plus 9 mo, you get additional agi plus 2. And I get a Firelock Soldier card, which is strength plus 2. Tapos yung importante is yung max HP and SP plus 10%. So, it doesn't really matter. Pwede ka lang mag-matter your card. Pero, Firelock Soldier, mas maganda in terms of investment. Tapos, lalagay sa BLB. Next, Shujinko's Rosary. So, strength plus 3, int plus 3, attack percentage plus 3%. Ito yung kailangan ko, yung attack plus 5 for every 2 levels of Spear Mastery. So, ibig sabihin may dalawa ako. So that's additional plus 50 because I have level 10 Spear Mastery. Kaya tumas yung damage. And of course you have the 10% damage with Holy Cross kung naka-level 10 Fate ka. Easy. I don't really care for most of the Grand Cross stuff. And here's the most interesting part. If you actually equip it with, put a soldier card with it, medyo pangit yung soldier card, of course, but it actually makes your armor holy property. So parang naka-angeling card ka. Diba? So that's actually what makes it a lot more expensive. Plus yung Cobalt card. Of course, everyone knows what the Cobalt card does, but it is relatively expensive. It was very hard to get sa scrolls. I don't know if may nabibenta, pero I know na um, medyo mahirap talaga. So here we go, magbabuff tayo with all the buffs. And you see it's 190 attack speed and 100 critical. 190 attack speed, 100 critical. So, test natin, especially, again, sa pinakamakunat na mga monsters sa buong Rune Midgard. And off the bat, you can actually see yung difference ng damage. Compared sa kanina, we were roughly doing like 500 plus crit. Now it's like 900, high 900s to like 1k yung damage. Sarap talaga when you hear the sound ng crit, sarap talaga pakinggan eh. Holy Cross, there you go. 500, 5,000, 6,000. So, again, it's relatively a lot higher. Although, yung sa Holy Cross, it's roughly about, I know, like a 40-50% increase. Sa normal attack na crit, it actually is roughly about 40-50% then. Roughly more, actually. It's just that medyo makunat lang talaga yung Stala. Pero it's a good farming spot. If you want to farm faster, upgrading your gears is actually really good. Ingat lang sa paggastos ng like other stuff. Like I would suggest yung Shujinko's Rosary. It's a bit hard to find. So what you can do is you can supplement that with possibly plus 7 shackles and BSB, yung Bloody Shackle Ball. That will get you the attack, and you're probably going to spend about 45 million, 50 million for that. Pero I think it's going to be relatively a lot cheaper. Although you just miss out on having a carded boot like yung Firelock Soldier. Pero damage wise, it's roughly gonna do the same. I know Ryan, Grimflayer, I'm gonna link his YouTube at the bottom. He's gonna test that out. You're gonna see it in roughly a couple of days, maybe a week. So right now what we're doing is we're going to Medusa kasi may level 10 Demon Bane. Actually, I've never tested this. I just I just finished the build, or just finished the item build today. And kailangan ko lang i-test if you see it's missing a Holy Cross. It's not that big, pero 1-3. Actually, it actually is relatively good. Compared to last time nagpa-level ako dito na kulang yung gamit ko. Yeah, actually it's not bad. And the reason why I wanted it to hit 190 attack speed without having VIP buffs is because I don't want to be reliant on VIP buffs. Yung parang shabu na hanap-hanapin mo. Para of course, I want a build to be standalone, kahit self buffs lang. AB is actually essential, but of course, you can always have a priest do that, or sangkatutak na scrolls, but it's really important na stone curse tayo. Actually, hindi ako naka-deadly. I wanted to try yung wildcat because of the attack. But considering the item build, it's actually holding up really well sa Medusa. This is actually one of my primary farming spots because of the comeback events, kasi times 2 yung XP. And Yeah, that's basically it. So guys, yeah, those are my items. Yung Shujinko's Rosary Tela, guys, it's a big help. Although it's very hard to find, very hard to pull on the scroll. Um, you see, it's I'm at 286. If naka-Shujinko ko, it's 336 plus my 25 sa Wildcat, my 10 sa Dark P card, and my 5 sa Hygienic Mask. So it's all about attack. Um, it's all about your damage input. So guys, thank you so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys next time.